For all your embroidery and digitizing needs, call B's Embroidery.
John Grant Martin, the area man arrested and initially charged with abuse of an elderly person and domestic battery after an in-home nurse called police when she says she witnessed a family member of a 93-year-old patient mistreating him, is currently out on an active cash bail or bond, $6,000. Notably, in Justice Court, Martin is now only facing the formal charge of battery simple, which is said to have occurred on March 18, 2019. During Martin's formal arraignment, the defendant was given a copy of the complaint against him. Martin then waived formal reading of the complaint, stating he understands the nature of the charges. The defendant was advised of his rights, the charges against him, and procedures. A substitute defense attorney advised the court that Martin has retained attorney Jonathan Nelson as counsel, and a substitution of counsel will be forthcoming. Then the substitute attorney for the defense waived the defendant's right to a speedy hearing within 60 days and requested a pretrial hearing in ordinary course. So the court set Martin's pretrial hearing for June 3rd. Formal charges are still pending for Amber Lozano. Meanwhile, that suspect is out on an active cash bail or bond, $20,000. Lozano is the woman who was arrested in connection to two male suspects, Vincent Scocozo and Joseph Nelson, who were arrested after trying to pawn cameras that were stolen from a Pahrump residence earlier in that day. According to arrest reports, Lozano is known to be Scocozo's girlfriend, and they have a daughter in common. On April 2nd, a letter was received from Attorney Siegel of the Ford & Freeman law firm advising Justice Court that his office has been retained to represent Lozano. She's scheduled for her formal arraignment hearing on May 7th. Scocozo and Nelson were taken into custody after trying to make a fraudulent transaction at Superpawn here in Pahrump. Notably, Lozano was also arrested in connection to that case. Police say during the initial burglary, multiple firearms and iPhone, jewelry, and cameras were stolen. Later, deputies say Scocozo made a spontaneous utterance that he would take responsibility for stealing the firearms, and it was recorded on an officer's body camera. That same day, officers ran a search of Scocozo's pawn history, and it showed that Scocozo sold multiple power tools and 2 gold rings, which were later discovered to be stolen. Also notably, a reported stolen gun called the Humane Horse Killer was observed in photos on Scocozo's phone. Lozano was arrested at the Nye County Detention Center while she was on video visitation with Scocozo. Police say she pawned the stolen Humane Horse Killer to Superpawn. Lozano stated she received that item from Scocozo and that he told her that he couldn't pawn it because it was a firearm and that he received it for free from another person. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News.